Hi, I'm Terry. I've lost 175 pounds with keto and carnivore. Thank you for watching. Listen, I'm about to show you my sink, and it's full, but that's because I have clean dishes in the dishwasher, so I can't empty the dishwasher yet because it just got done running. So all this mess in here is because of my eggs that I was making, so pretend you don't see it. I'm not going to try to hide my issues. It's just the way it is. So this is the jicama that I had shredded up and tossed in the freezer. I'm going to run it through this colander, kind of defrost it a little bit. I'm going to use some hot water to run through it. If you've ever bought the like the Miracle Rice or one of those rice that you buy with that's palm hearts, and you know you have to run it through a colander first. Well, those you do it because of the smell. This I'm doing it because it's still partially frozen, so I'm running some hot water through it to kind of help defrost it a little bit. But I want you to see the whole process because I got this out of the freezer and it's still partially frozen. Now I'm going to put this out on a paper towel and then I'm going to do the other one and then we'll get out of my sink. So now I'm on the second one. What I did with the first one is instead of using a paper towel, I just wrung it out. I just picked it up and squished it. And squished it kind of like a clay or something. And then I put it on this thing over here. I'm going to double check to make sure I got all the water out of this one. Yeah, still a little bit more. Jicama is a wet vegetable anyway. And we're going to be cooking the water out, but I'm going to get as much as I can. Now I'm going to wash my hands. So I've got the jicama here. This is how it is. It's kind of shredded up. And now I'm going to kind of spread it out. I'm going to give it some rough chops to kind of make it a little closer to rice. Let's see. Yeah, that's close enough. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to do all the prep work first because then I can just go to the other side and it'll be easier for me to just show you everything else from that angle. So I've chopped up the jicama. I'm putting it back in the Ziploc bag that it was in until I'm ready to use it. Okay. Then we got to do our chicken. And so I'll kind of tell you the ingredients. It's 24 ounces of chicken, 600 grams of jicama, 150 grams of mushrooms, and 100 grams of onions. Sorry, my phone was messing up. Hang on, these are still partially frozen, so I need to run them under some hot water and get them defrosted. I'll be right back. All right, I kind of not sure where to start, but Chef Jean-Pierre says always start with the onions. So I'm going to heat up some little bit of lard. We will get this on and get us a little bit of lard in here so that we can saute the onions. And then we'll add in the mushrooms. And then we'll pull that out and work on the jicama next. So let's do our onions first after this heats up. Look, I got my apron on. Look. Terry, the Spice Queen. Whoop, whoop. That's me. Look at them faces. There's two, there's one, there's one. She's like, come on, lady. Drop something. Come on and drop it. Okay, back to the food. I had to put up the gate because they keep coming over and sticking their getting under my feet, so they're not happy, but they'll be all right. You can still see them. They can still watch. I have my can of coconut cream in here. I'm going to add a cup of broth. This is that broth that I make whenever I'm doing the dog's food. So I'm stealing some of their broth. They'll never know. They'll live, I promise. I'm just going to heat that up while this is melting. Okay, now that the lard has melted, I'm going to saute some onions. These were frozen, so I put them in that colander like I did the jicama. And I just set them on this paper towel to air dry. So now I'm going to saute them up a little bit. And I'll get back to you when they are a little golden brown. Okay, so this was 100 grams of onions. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the mushrooms now. It's just kind of lightly golden. It is 150 grams of mushrooms. These also were frozen, and I put in the colander to kind of defrost a little bit. So now I'm going to let these two kind of just kind of vibe together, take on each other's flavors, and let the mushrooms get rid of all that frozen water in there. And I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with how that looks. So what I'm going to do is I've got the cream and the broth going over here. And I'm going to go on and put my onion and mushrooms in. So it'll be kind of like a cream of onion and mushroom soup to pour into the casserole later. Next, I want to dry out the jicama. So I'm going to grab the jicama and put it in here. Now, I think Singit's the one that pointed it out, and I was kind of thinking it too as I made it, that ground chicken, it looked and the texture was doggone close to rice. So you don't even have to use this. You could actually use ground chicken as your rice. That would be good. But this is what I'm doing. I don't have any more ground chicken, and this was the plan to use, so we're just going to see how this works. So this is kind of like a fluffy, right now it's like a fluffy rice, but I want to saute it and heat it up and dry out some of that water quite a bit, because there's going to be water in the casserole aspect of it. So right now I'm just going to saute out the water. Now please remember, you could buy different kinds of rice. You can buy low carb rice. There's the Heavenly something brand, Miracle Rice. There's a lot of different rice brands, and I've used them in the past. There's nothing wrong with them. This is what I have, and I wanted to try. So, and again, like Singit and I were talking about in the comments, you could definitely use ground chicken for the same texture of rice also. But there's definitely a lot of different products out there that are good to use for your rice. This one is just cheap. It's $3. If I order Miracle Rice, it's like $5 a bag, and it's 2 servings. If I that Heavenly whatever one, that one's like it was like $5 for a box of it, and I was like, I think 1.5 or 2.5 servings. So this whole jicama was like $3. So and then the labor of shredding it up, but I might try putting it in a food processor next time and see how that works. But anyway, so there's definitely a lot of options for rice, and you do not have to choose jicama as your rice. You can just not even put it at all. I was just wanting to go with a rice theme, the chicken and rice casserole theme. So I'm going to go just a little bit longer. Here's some on the back of this spoon. It's still, it clumps together still. It's pretty moist. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer, see if we can get a little more of that water out. I just want you to see it. It's starting to be a little piecey, but it's still, it's starting to be piecey, but it still clumps together. Here is the cream of, it's cream of coconut soup, the can of cream of coconut, cup of broth with the onions and mushrooms, the sauteed in there. I'll get a little spoon and we'll see what it tastes like. It's a good flavor. It's bland. Remember, there's no salt in anything, and no pepper, no nothing. So everything is bland. And remember, you control what salt you put in your food, and your seasoning. So if you don't like a lot, or if you do want a lot, you put that in there. Put it how you like it, by George. So I'm going to stop right here with my jicama. I'm going to, just for storage storage, I'm going to put it in this casserole dish. I'll put it back with the chicken whenever the chicken's all done. But I just need a place to house it for now. Alrighty. Now, hang on just a second. Okay, I have 1 tablespoon of lard in here. Now I'm going to saute up my chicken, get that all cooked all the way through and browned and all that good stuff. And we'll add our seasonings as it's further along. So I'm going to cover it while it's cooking up. Kind of pull that heat in. So this is 2 tablespoons of crave and 2 tablespoons of everything bagel. After using everything bagel this week in my sour cream, and it really tastes just like Lipton onion soup mix to me, like those dips that we used to make with Lipton onion soup mix. That's why I opted for the everything bagel. I am going to put in a little bit, I'm going to put just a little bit of the dehydrated onion in there. A little bit of minced onion. Just a little. And I'm going to put in a little bit of minced garlic. Just a little. Okay. Maybe a lot. This definitely is not my mother's chicken casserole. She did hers with raw chicken on rice and can of cream of chicken and can of cream and mushroom. It was really good, but I'm cooking everything first, so that's going to be the difference. So I'm pretty sure everything's cooked. It's been cooking about 7-8 minutes. So what I'm going to do is put the jicama in with the chicken. Just to let it kind of break up a little bit and spread around and not get clumped up whenever I pour stuff over it. Chop. I stir it all together here. I cooked all the liquid out of the jicama, and now I'm putting liquid back into it. But it's a different kind of liquid. It's the chicken juice, and then going to be the other juice. Now I'm going to pour the onions and mushroom into here. I might have regrets about it. We'll see. We'll see if I have regrets. I just want it all to kind of be together before I put it into the casserole dish. just all kind of spend a little time together here. So I'm going to heat it up till it's kind of got a light simmer going on. After it's simmering and reduces a little bit, I'll get back to you. Let's give it just a little bit of a taste of the liquid and see what we think. Ow. Need salt. Alexa, volume down 2. I don't want to get in trouble from Yahoo for having music in the background. I don't know if you do or not, but I've heard that you can, so I don't want to get in troubles. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Alright, I'm going to let it simmer for... timer. Alright, I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to let it simmer for 5 minutes. And then I'll come back and we'll put it in the casserole dish. Oh, I got to turn the oven on. Let's put the oven at 350. Alright, yeah, so I'll come back. I'll just let it simmer till either it's been 5 minutes or the oven's heated up. We'll see which one happens second. Okay, let's pour this into here. Now, if you wanted to, you could add some cheese on top of this. That might be really good. Okay, so everything is fully cooked in here. I just wanted to go in the oven and kind of help some of the water liquid evaporate a little bit. And so I'll put it in for about 20 minutes and see how the temperature is at that point. What we got? It's definitely liquidy, which is okay. After my glue debacle, I did not add any glucomannan to the mix, and I'm okay with it. It'll be thin, but that's all right. That's all right. It's going to taste good, baby. And I am not going to eat it. I'll see you all back in 15-20 minutes. I'll plate some up and then we'll eat it. How about I do that? How about I plate some up? Oh, if I better. How about I bowl some up? Because it might be about a third. After I get done eating, I'll measure it all out and stuff. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna let this cool and I'll be back. So this would pair really well with a salad or some other kind of vegetables that you want. And let's take a taste. Trying to get you out of my nose. Come on, fella. There we go. All right. I'm going to Mom's church tomorrow, Sunday. So I'm recording this on Saturday because it's my birthday on the 7th. And so she wants to take me out to eat. So tomorrow, because we won't see each other on my birthday. So I'm going to go to her house tomorrow and go to church with her and stuff. So anyway, I want to get this done and recorded and dough did and everything today. I want to make sure I got some onion, some mushroom, onion, and some chicken and jicama. I want to make sure all that's in one bite so I get the full flavor. So now I just kind of, hey, boy, get back, Jack. Get back. Yeah, that's good. If I were doing anything different, I got to analyze everything. I would say no broth because it didn't need the broth. It was just, I was afraid that it would be too thick. So I should have left off the broth. But let me see if I can zoom in on it for you. Let's see. So you can see the big chunks of chicken, the pieces of jicama. That's the jicama right there. Then there's mushrooms in it. There's a mushroom. So, it's juicy. So really, it could be a chicken and rice soup. But anyway, it's got really, really good flavor. That everything bagel seasoning, that's really good in there. So it's got good flavor. I don't really taste the jicama, so I can't really tell it's jicama. I just know it's something that I'm chewing on. And so, yeah, the only thing I would say would be to leave the broth out and just see what happened with that. But yeah, so we can call it chicken and rice soup, but instead of casserole. But it's good. It's really good, and I would definitely make it again. Okay, bye. Future Terry here. That was good. It really tasted good. I'm full. Yeah. 760 calories it should be filling. But it was very filling and very good. Like I said, definitely a soup texture. I would leave the broth out next time. And I think using ground chicken instead of a jicama would work also. I don't know, things to think of for the future, but it really tasted good and I liked it. And I've got 2 more servings of it, so 2 thumbs up. Well, I got the other thumb up, but it's holding the phone. Okay, bye.